the 9197 Wolfpack. This is your boy Tyler 9197 with your 9197 Black Wolf 9197 or 9197. Back with another video for you guys. And this time I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my review on Psychonauts 2. And then not only that, y'all see from the title, is it Game of the Year worthy? In my opinion, we will see when we go progress in the video. But before I go ahead and do that, there's actually 4 things I want to say real quick. First thing first, happy Thanksgiving to everyone who's watching this video today. So happy Thanksgiving to you. Hopefully y'all with your families having a good time, and just be grateful and blessed to live another day. That's all we can truly say. Second, hopefully y'all having a great day today watching this video. What hell was I messed up? Well, whatever. Third, God is good all the time, so please go ahead and remember that. And then 4, yeah, I guess hit the like, the bell, subscribe so the Wolfpack can grow. But alright, y'all. Psychonauts 2 review. The review that I kept on promising y'all I was gonna make, and it felt like forever. Well, it did feel like it was kind of forever, even when me like playing through the game and beating it and stuff, which y'all can see all my part through series, which is like I made 8 parts of that game. So especially part 8 was like the longest. It was like what, like 3 hours on the video. But I'll just say, y'all, don't let that number scare you, seeing that for part 8 if you do decide watching the Psychonauts video, my playthrough of it. It's long, but it makes sense, and when you watching it, you're not gonna feel like, oh my god, it's 3 hours long. It's more like, okay, I see it, and you still get the pace of like if you're watching a movie. That's the best way I can describe it. It's not like you feel like you watching it, you like, this is pointless. Like, no, everything makes sense watching it. Trust me. But anyway, if you guys don't know how to do my reviews, I talk about the plot, my pros and cons, and give my rating of the game, and then last I talk about a little bit of the spoilers, which is not gonna be too long. And of course, like I say, yeah, I ain't trying to spoil nothing. But anyway, so if you want to get spoiled, watch to the end of this video. But anyway, let me go ahead and talk about the plot of it if you guys don't know. Psychonauts 2. So the plot of Psychonauts 2, y'all, is literally, like, I'll probably say a day or 2 after the first game. So if you guys never played Psychonauts 1, I would say you don't necessarily have to play it, but I do recommend, because if you love the first game, you gonna love this game a lot more and more hyped up playing Psychonauts 2 if you never played the first one. Because like I said, if you never played the first one, definitely play it. But if you don't necessarily want to, that is fine. The second one recaps the first game, leading to the second game really good in the beginning, so you don't feel like you getting lost. So basically with the plot is that I would say like probably like a day or so, pretty much really right after the first game, Raz, Sasha, Mia, was it, Mia, yeah, it was like Mia, Lily, they all went to go to the Rumbus of Ruin, which was the VR game, which I never played, but luckily put in the recap so I don't have to go and play that game at all, to go save Truman Zanato, which is Lily's father. Which they did that, they saved them, and they're going back to the Mother Lobe, which is the Psychonauts headquarters. So, they go ahead and do that, whatever, this, that, and there. And then they find out there is a mole within the Psychonauts, and because Truman Zanato is knocked out, he's not waking up, and they trying to figure out why. So not only that, during that travel, while they had stopped Dr. Lobato, yeah, that's his name, Lobato. Yeah, Lobato. Yeah, I think it's Dr. Lobato, if I'm correct, because the reason why I'm kind of confused, y'all, because like I kind of get a mix of Ratchet and Clank, like the villain on that one. So, but I think it's Dr. Lovato, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so anyway, they stopped them. But also, Lovato knows why Truman is knocked out, and he also know who hired him to do it, because that's what Lovato Camp was saying. He said, somebody hired me to do this, but he can't tell nobody, which led to, like, there's a mold of Psychonauts, and then kind of fast forward a little bit, it led to hearing a name called Maligula, which is literally the terror of the Psychonauts. Well, basically the reason why for Crawler, which is the highest rank Psychonaut, the reason why the Psychonauts was even exist was because of him and a few other Psychonauts when they formed together to stop Maligula. But hearing that Maligula is returning, then that means also a mole. It takes Raz and few of his friends and schoolmates, even his family, which they made an appearance on this one, his family, to go ahead and stop Maligula, find the mole, but mainly, it's Raz, so he trying to figure out how to do all this stuff, and also trying to become a Psychonaut. So that's pretty much the plot of the story. Hopefully that made a lot of sense what I just said. I try to make it clear as possible as far as plot wise, because I feel like sometimes explaining plots in games, sometimes y'all, it's like it's best for you to play it more so than somebody explaining it to you type thing. I mean, I know this is my review of it, but still, hopefully I cleared it for the most part that y'all could follow along. That's best what I'm trying to say. Because it do be a lot, and like playing this game, it was definitely a lot. But besides that, so the first pro I could go ahead and give for Psychonauts 2, y'all, is the visuals. Guys, like the talent and the creativity of Double Fine, of the people that they have, y'all, is insane. Psychonauts 2 is way beyond anything compared to the first one. Of course, the first game, I want to say at least about like 16 years old, I want to say. But still, it just from what Double Fine did, and eventually when they was able to make the game, and this and that, and then how they have it now, it's just insane. And I gotta give props to Xbox for buying Double Fine, because if y'all don't know, Psychonauts 2, it was crowdfunded at one point. But it was Microsoft that helped them make the game complete to Double Fine's idea of the game, because Double Fine was about to cut corners of the game, but thank God that like Microsoft bought them, and so they had Microsoft money, so they was able to go ahead and work on Psychonauts the way they want to. So that's good that they get acquired by Xbox, and that's what happened. So that's good. But yeah, y'all, the visuals are insane, and I gotta give props to the talent who made this game, because they was very creative. It's some stuff in there, it was like, oh my god, like you know what I'm saying? It's like what kind of wizardry is this? like just the talent wise, it's just like it almost like magic. That's the best way I could put it. It's like Double Fine had their own way, kind of like their own Disney magic. Like that's the best way I could put it, if that makes sense. All right, now the second pro I could go ahead and give for Psychonauts 2 is the story. The story is the meat of the game. That is what's gonna drive you to want to continue, because the story gets really good and gets deep. And the thing with this game, y'all, like Psychonauts, like for some people, when you look at it outside, it may view to you like a kiddie game. In some ways, it can, but this game is way deeper than what it really is. It has a lot of tones and themes in this game that you'll be looking like, wow, like this incorporated a lot of stuff from like things in the real world where people are going through, etc., etc. Like it's some things going on, and when you see that, you be like, Wow. And sometimes it's like, and the crazy thing about it, some people can relate to some of the stuff that's showing in Psychonauts 2, which is the insane part. Because a lot of stuff, some people might have depression, some people might just go through things, or mentally things, whatever. But Psychonauts 2 displays all of that in a good way. I mean, like, obviously, if you do go through some stuff, that's never really a good thing. But Psychonauts shows you what people could go through, but do it in a way that, like, instead of you, wherever you're feeling, maybe this game could be an escape for you, and you can play this game and have fun, and then intrigue. Because I was intrigued with a lot of stuff that was in Psychonauts 2. It was some stuff that you like, dang, like, say like somebody, if they was like obsessed with gamble and stuff, they showed that, or just like, well, that. Yeah, like that. Like, it's just a lot of things. It's a lot of different things. Oh, like anxiety and this and that. Even some of the enemies you fight, they have specific names on the enemies you fight that you deal with. Like, for example, I think one of them I could think of off the top of my head was kind of like, what was it? Like heavy load or something like that. And it's like you holding weight, holding baggage, like stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff that Psychonauts 2 you do right, and then the story is what makes you intrigued in this game. So now, my pro for number 3, y'all, is the characters. That's like, not only the story will save this game, it's the characters. The gameplay is good part too. I can add that a little bit into that pro. The gameplay is solid too, but it's just more like the gameplay is like it's sped up faster and gives you that nostalgia vibe of playing the first game. So that's the best way I can say with the combat. So it was like completely overhaul, but it was definitely give you that nostalgia feeling like, okay, it's the combat like back then, but better. But really, like I said, it's the story and the characters. So the pro for y'all is definitely the characters. The characters is what sells this game, y'all. Like, this is what make you fall in love with Psychonauts 2. It's the characters, y'all. Every character is interesting. Every character have baggage. Every character going through something. And just get to know them. And then some of the characters in the game that the rats go inside their heads with the door, the mind door. It's a lot. It's just a lot. But like I said, that's what makes the game, y'all. It's like that story and characters go hand in hand in Psychonauts 2. And once again, I give congratulations to Double Fine, because they killed it with this game. Like, it's really good. And it's just characters that like you care about. It's not like you playing a game you don't care about nobody. No, you care about every character, at least for the most part. The only character I didn't care about was Norma. If y'all know, she is the know-it-all girl. Think she better than everybody, and a snitch. I'll say it like that. Like I said, I just leave it like that. I ain't gonna tell you what part with her, but she's definitely a snitch. I'll give you that much. But yeah, I love every character besides Norma. I hated her with all my heart. I did not like that girl one bit. I hated her. Like, she was the most annoying character in that whole game. But everybody else, I love everybody. Alright, now I talk about my pros. Let me go ahead and talk about my cons. So my first con I could go ahead and give for Psychonauts 2 is I have to use the levitation ball way too much. And so this is more of this is a me thing, y'all. Like, I don't know if everybody else could feel the same, but I feel like Raz just runs too slow for my liking. Like this is my thing, y'all. If you watch most of my gameplay, my walkthrough of the game, I use levitation ball like almost the whole time. Like, literally almost the whole time. Raz just runs so slow, but I know he's short too, so I don't expect him to like run super fast, but I don't know, I feel like the speed that Raz just running like just regular, it's just too slow for me, so I have to use a levitation ball just to, you know, to speed up. Like I was saying, like, dang, Raz, like you could at least like, you know, speed it up and run it or something. Like he just run too slow for me, y'all. Yeah, it'd be annoying me some parts, especially if there's dialogue in the scene. I don't want to be like for example, it was one mission I was doing in somebody's mind, and like I was trying to hear the dialogue, but the thing was I was moving too fast because I had the levitation ball, and it messed me up. It cut out some dialogue for me. I was like, oh crap, I can't go back. So it's just like, it's those things like when you try to hear the story sometimes or the dialogue, you gotta be careful not using the levitation ball, and I have used it a lot. So I'm just like, man. But like I said, that's just more of a me thing. Like, I don't know if everybody else can relate with that, but I feel like Raz just runs too slow for me, and I had to use levitation ball way too much. But I mean, that was like one of my favorite powers anyway. But that was the most convenient way to move around and run and go to place, because regular Raz like this running ain't happening. Well, it's second con I could go ahead and give for Psychonauts 2, y'all. It's normal. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Like I said, I'm trying to think, cause usually, like I said, I usually had 3 pros, 3 cons. I gave you my 3 pros, so my 3 cons is, like I said, the first thing, the levitation ball thing. How Raz just run too slow. Definitely con normal. She like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, if y'all haven't not played the game, Norma is the most annoying character in the whole freaking game. I hate her with everything of my living being. I hate this girl. She just like you just want to. I know that's messed up. I know that's a game character could be awesome. Oh my god, I can't stand Norma. That's definitely a con. And I try to think, is there like a third con I can really give the game? Honestly, I really can't. Like, I think that's just the only 2 cons I can really give for Psychonauts 2. There's nothing really else I can think about on top of my head that it needs a third con. But honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that, just the 2 cons, because I can't think of a third con for the game. Alright, y'all, so I talked about the plot, my pros and cons. Now, let me talk about the rating of the game. So, if I had to rate Psychonauts 2 at a 1 out of 10, y'all, my opinion, this game, 10 out of 10, y'all. 10 out of 10. Psychonauts 2, y'all, had to be like the most ambitious, the most hype game for me for this year of 2021. Of this year of 2021, Psychonauts 2 to me is literally was the most anticipated game at this whole year for me. I mean, I'm enjoying Forza Horizon 5. I am enjoying the beta for Halo Infinite, but you know, I'm definitely ready for that campaign. I'm gonna definitely get on that campaign. Can't wait to talk about it when I do my review on it. But Psychonauts 2 was the one game I've been waiting for patiently, and when I finally had it and played it and had my time with it. But I would say though, like I said before multiple times, y'all, I kind of wish I played this game like by myself, but I mean, eventually, you know, of course I could go back and play it by myself whenever I decide to do that. But it was a game that I felt like it had to be recorded, because it's just too many good moments in this game to not capture it. But overall, y'all, just the experience alone, this game is a 10 out of 10. It's like I said, it's the most ambitious, the most anticipated, and the most hyped game. And do I think it deserves the game of the year from the contenders or what it was showing? Because Forza's not going to be there as far like for the game of the year, so they did they stripped Forza away for that. Because honestly, I felt like it at least deserved that chance for game of the year, but they did it. But for all the games they was showing, Friday was like It Takes Two, Resident Evil Village, Psychonauts 2. What else? I can't I can't think of the other games at the moment. Oh, Ratchet and Clank. And I can't think of the other one, but I think that was, I said most of them. But do I feel like Psychonauts 2 Game of the Year worthy? Absolutely. Y'all, I really feel like for Game of the Year, if you want to give a game of the year, give it to Psychonauts. Psychonauts 2 deserves Game of the Year, y'all. And I don't care what anybody got to say. Like, for all the games that I played for this year, for 2021, especially on going as far for just the games they announced for Game of the Year, from each one, I feel like I haven't played It Takes Two, but I heard that was really good. Resident Evil Village, I haven't played it, but I know I'm gonna get to it eventually, but which was really good. Like I said, I'm not trying to knock the other games on there, but I truly do feel like Psychonauts 2 deserves Game of the Year, because it's like probably the most underrated game that people is not giving it enough praise for. I mean, I know like people know about the game. I know a lot of people are saying this is a good game. Like, I'm not saying like there's not a lot of people saying it's not a good game or whatever. But Psychonauts 2 deserves Game of the Year. It to me, from playing that game, for some of the other games I play, even like Ratchet and Clank, you know, I play that too. And, you know, I made a review on that one too. But just Psychonauts, like, it hits different, y'all. That's the best way I could put Psychonauts. It hits different, and it's just like you would be like engaged with the story. You'll be engaged with the characters, or just the moments of everything that was going on in Psychonauts. It's so much stuff entangled into Psychonauts. It just blows your mind. No pun intended, but it does blow your mind. And it deserves Game of the Year, y'all. Me personally, it really does. I mean, everybody can agree to disagree, but it deserves Game of the Year, and hopefully it does win, because Double Fine did a good job with this game, and I feel like I said, it 100% deserves it. Alright, but yes, y'all, but that is it for the video as far for my first part, no spoiler. So now I'm going to go into the spoiler territory. It's going to be a siren right here, so if y'all don't want to hear the spoilers, y'all can go ahead and leave, and go ahead and hit that like button, y'all. That's all I can truly say. And if you guys haven't played Psychonauts 2, go ahead and do it. It's worth it. If you do have time, play the first one if you get the chance to, but at the same time, you don't necessarily have to, because there's the good recap of the first one from Psychonauts 2. So they're gonna recap you through like the events happening leading to the second one. But still, if you had the chance to, definitely play Psychonauts 1, because it's definitely a gem, a hidden. I mean, I wouldn't say a hidden gem, but it definitely is a gem. So definitely go ahead and play it. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds. Then I'm going to talk about the spoilers. Alright guys, time for the spoilers. Alright y'all, the spoilers of Psychonauts 2. So I don't got really a whole lot to talk about the spoilers for Psychonauts 2, but I just kind of want to talk about just the most important part of it, like the very few events. Like Maligula is Raz's auntie, who Ford put her, basically what he did, like he put her mind of the Maligula side away and had her as Nona, as Raz's grandma, but the grandma actually died, and basically Lucy is their Nona, and also messed with the mind of Augustus. I think that's his name. Yeah, Raz's father name, Augustus. Yeah, Raz's father, Augustus, mind, and his memories is with her as a Nona. But it's like it's a lot to take in, y'all. From especially for the history of the family of the Quados, and how another thing too, how the water, the funny thing was the water curse was never a curse in the get-go. Raz, they could have went to the Raz and his family. They could have been in the water this whole time. It's just something to think about. It's like, man, like the water was never a cursed thing, and then like it's just wild. It's just wild to think about. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild. Like it's like that's one thing. Like I said, I had to give it Psychonauts. It's just so much stuff happening at one time. Sometimes it's hard to take everything in. Sometimes you have to really kind of go back into it and just see what happens and this and that and the third. Like really kind of like really do a deep dive into it, because it was a lot of stuff that was happening. And fighting Malicula was interesting. And she's very powerful for a Psychonaut. She really is a powerful Psychonaut. Well, a former Psychonaut. And like, but it's still crazy that basically how Ford and Lucy was a big part of why Raz became a Psychonaut. Well, junior Psychonaut. But he's like, I'll take it. Because I mean, Psychonaut's a Psychonaut, so I don't blame Raz. He's like, man, I'm trying to become a Psychonaut. Junior Psychonaut, I don't care. As long as I got that title. And that's what he did. But it just, to think about it, they're like, it's just like, it's a lot to think about that. Really, his Nona with Lucy is the reason why Raz went to Whispering Rock in the first place. And for what it was showing, it was kind of showing in some of them memory cutscenes. The memory photo cutscenes. They were showing that Raz was using his powers during their Quado performance, which made him ran away to Whispering Rock to want to become a Psychonaut, and that started his journey in the first game. So it was definitely a lot to take in from that, how everything ended. And also then Lobato, he and Lobato, he have a son, or no, well, he didn't say really have a son. He said I have a child at Whispering Rock, which kind of got me thinking, what could that mean, y'all? Could that mean we might get a Psychonauts 2 DLC, or potentially Psychonauts 3? I don't know. And that's the weird thing about it. It's like, the way Double Fine did this game, they kind of made it like there's no cliffhanger, but maybe a potential. I don't know. But me, to be honest, y'all, I would love a Psychonauts 3. I don't do what I say. Does it need a third? Did he make a third game? The way the second one ended, if I had to be honest, it's not really needed. I feel the thing with the Whispering Rock, like if they make a DLC for Whispering Rock for Lobato to go get their child, I can kind of see that. For DLC, okay, I can really see that. They jump right back into Psychonauts. As far as for Psychonauts 3, it's like I would love that, but where I say the way how the game ended, would it need it? Not necessarily, but I'm hoping. That's the best way. I'm hoping there will be a third one down the line in the future, but that's up to Double Fine if they want to do that. And honestly, I feel like the way they done Psychonauts 2 kind of make the story felt pretty much in a way completed. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, all I can do is hope that maybe we might get a third Psychonauts 3. I'm hoping for that, but if not, it's all good, because the story did conclude it really good. And then heck, Raz did became a Psychonaut, even though it's a junior Psychonaut, but he still became a Psychonaut. So yeah, and that's really about it. But overall, y'all, that is it for the video. So what are your guys' thoughts on Psychonauts 2? Do you like it? Do you hated it? You have no reason to hate it. Or are you mixed with the game? Or do you feel like it's game of the year? Please write down below. I'll let you hear your guys' thoughts. But of course, y'all, if you made it this far into the video, please do not spoil for people who have not played the game. So that's all I'm saying. At least let people know, hey, this part is a spoiler. and then write what you want to write, because I don't want people to get spoiled of this game. This game needs to be played. This game needs to be enjoyed by as many people as possible, and this game deserves Game of the Year, in my opinion. I feel like it does. Compared to all the games they put for the Game of the Year selection, I give it that to Psychonauts 2. It deserves it. And like I said, don't get me wrong, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, that was a good game. It really was a really cinematic quality game. But I still feel like Psychonauts 2 was a way better game. But that's in my opinion. But that's it, y'all. So alright, Black Wolves, this is the end of the video. So please go ahead, hit the like, the bell, subscribe, and I say this all of my other videos. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so you can join the 9197 Wolfpack. This is a fun kickback gaming channel which has the greatest community in the world, which is you guys, the Black Wolves. So go ahead and spread the word to your friends and family who likes gaming, so they can go ahead and join the Wolfpack, because everybody is welcome to the pack. And also, y'all, I'm gonna say just stay tuned for Spider-Man Miles Morales review, because by the time you watch this video, I beat the game prior for making this video. So definitely get prepared for that one, because I definitely got some stuff to talk about in that. And also, because I'm done with Psychonauts 2, I'm gonna return to back to some of the back to my older games that I didn't finish because I jumped. Like after I had jumped, I can't remember the last game that I played before the other two. Because you guys remember, I was playing Super Lucky's Tale and I was playing Perfect Dark Zero. But then when Psychonauts 2 came around, I skipped all of them to go back to Psychonauts 2. So the way I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to Perfect Dark. Super Lucky's Tale, y'all, honestly, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and do just a review for that game. So I'm gonna play that game on my own time. It was fun while I was making content for it, but to be honest, I'd rather do Perfect Dark. So that's what I'm gonna do. So Perfect Dark is gonna be the game I'm gonna continue to make content for. But Super Lucky's Tale, I'm just gonna play it on my own time. And so yeah, so prepare for Perfect Dark Zero walkthrough, like getting back into it, and then second, Miles Morales review. So stay tuned for all that. Alright guys, I love y'all. Peace. God bless y'all. TGDS 9197 out. Oh, and also, happy Thanksgiving.